Hi. I guess that's our intro. Hello. I am the gay girl, and that's the trans girl. No, okay, I got that wrong. Okay, so I am the trans girl, and that's the gay girl.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Hi, my name is Brooklyn.
My name is the gay girl.
The Holly girl.
Harisong.
So how have you been?
Good. I've been taking the pug to the vet a lot. He's nothing serious, just ear infection and being difficult. I don't know. But his ears are doing way better, so we're just going to go for a checkup on Saturday and hopefully be done. And hopefully he will be fully healthy.
Yeah. Costly little pug.
He's an angel.
Yep.
And he's lucky he's an angel for me.
So how long are you this week? You're at 10 weeks, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you starting to show? I feel like you got like a little hard bump going on right down there.
Yeah, I've got a little bump.
So how big is the baby right now?
I don't know, like 1.25 inches.
Yeah. We ended up finding out the gender. Is that something you want to reveal to people? We did like a big gender reveal on Facebook. I don't think we did anything on our gay girl, trans girl page, but we did do it on our page.
Oh, yeah. Should we post it on there?
We could. We could do that.
Well, if you want to find out the gender, you can go see our reveal.
We ended up, since we're only at 10 weeks, we ended up doing a...
DNA blood test.
Yeah, DNA
I had
blood
to
test.
prick my finger. It still kind of hurts from it. I had to go pretty deep.
That was a couple of weeks ago, though, wasn't it, already?
No, it was last week.
Was that only last week?
Yeah.
No.
It's still sore, too.
We did that when the kids were here a couple of weeks ago.
No.
Yeah, we did.
Let me see.
We did. Because we went to Oklahoma after that a few days later. And then we found out on Sunday.
How do I look at the date?
Oh, I don't know. But, is it a grape yet? How big is this thing? How big's our little person?
An apricot.
An apricot?
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty big already. We're getting there. Last weekend we spent some time down in Oklahoma, and we went to a bunch of comic book stores, and we ended up going through and finishing up some of the comics that we needed. I ended up finding The Last Ronin, the first series, and I found a couple of alternate covers, and so that was really exciting for me to be able to do that. And I know she ended up finding the last of what she needed. Which comics were you looking for?
Me?
Well, who else would I be talking to?
I got He-Man comics. They're really, really old.
Yeah, she ended up finding an old He-Man book, actually. I don't know.
It's full of a bunch of mini comic strips.
From
Super
newspapers, cool. Yeah. I didn't even know they did that. I didn't know He-Man was in the comics like that, so that's crazy. That's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay, so I guess let's talk about what is all over the news right now. The school shooting that took place in, was it Tennessee?
It was Tennessee. It was at a church
Nashville
school, right? Yeah, it was a fatal shooting at a private Christian Nashville elementary school.
Oh.
And, I mean, what I'm seeing all over the news right now is huge focuses about the fact that it was somebody that identified as a transgender person. There's a lot of people talking about how they're kind of scared that there's going to be a lot of backlash in the transgender community. And I'm not going to lie, that's scary. It's something that, like, you know, I had nothing to do with it. You know, it's just an orientation. It doesn't mean anything to me any more than how many other shooters out there have had that identified as straight or
Yeah, all those straight white guys, but they'll never point the finger. That's what I was like. I was like, only because it's a minority. If it was, again, another white straight guy, we don't sit there and blame all the straight white guys, even though they are the majority of the shooters. It's very annoying.
It really is. I don't understand why they do that.
They're looking for a scapegoat. It's like what this article says. The right side is looking for a scapegoat to point the fingers at instead of trying to do gun control as usual.
Yeah. I'm going to go a little bit over this article here. This is actually from Yahoo News. It's actually from NBC News. I actually got it on a on Yahoo website here, but it's actually from NBC News. It's written by Matt, I'm going to say the name wrong here, but Levites and Joe Yurkaba. Is that right? It was written on March 28th, 2023, 8:06 p.m. It's called Fear Pervades Trans Community Amid Focus on Nashville Shooter's Gender Identity. And I'll just read a few of these paragraphs in here. Shortly after news broke Monday of a fatal shooting at a private Christian Nashville elementary school, police said the suspect was transgender. And to me right there, that going off of the article, I think that's wrong. Why would you come out and just start to like point fingers right there? Oh, they're transgender. You know, they're evil. What? Come on. That just pisses me off. Going back to the article, this detail, according to trans people in the state, has poured fuel on an already combustive environment that has led many of them to fear for their safety. Police say Audrey Hill, who was killed by responding officers, fatally shot 3 9-year-old students and 3 staff at the school. Though the police have said there is no known motive for the shooting, some conservatives blame it on the suspect's gender identity. Ugh.
That is so annoying. It's because of people like them being total douchebags to them. I'm not at all justifying he was female to male trans. I'm not justifying his actions at all, but this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. I don't know even what to say anymore. It's... and then you got another thing here. You got the New York Post that had their headline that says transgender killer targets Christian school. I highly doubt it had anything to do with being transgender. Kim Spoon was quoted saying, "We are terrified for the LGBT community here. More blood's going to shed, and it's not going to be shed in school."
Oh no, I think the transgender helped with it. I think that this guy was probably made fun of and tortured at that Christian school, just like you were. And unfortunately, he ended up choosing the wrong path and took vengeance much, much later in life. He was like 28 when he did this.
It's ridiculous. I can't even fathom, like, going into a school and killing kids, you know?
Now, here's the thing, though. We don't know all the news. Maybe he works there. Maybe he dated someone there. Maybe it has nothing to do with... because they are saying, like, depression of being trans and bullied. But, I mean, we need to wait and get more of a story here. We're all poking, like, just pointing at it.
But statistics show that you're more likely to take your own life being gay or trans, not go out and kill other people. Going out and killing other people is very unlikely. I mean, I don't want to go out and kill other people. I love the people I'm around. I mean, it has nothing to do with it.
You are not female to male, though. You are male to female, so maybe you act more like a female. Maybe this guy, since it is usually males that are committing the mass shootings, maybe he thought more like a male, and that was part of it.
I don't know. I just know they keep focusing on the fact that it's all, it's a sick person and transgender sick people and blah, blah, blah. I'm just tired of it. I am really, really tired of people pointing fingers. There's so much in what's going on right now. You have everyone trying to block gender confirming, help to minors right now, which some of it I get. I don't really believe that someone under 18 needs to have surgery down there. That's my personal belief, and if that's not what a parent or that's not what a kid does, that's their family. Let them deal with what they are dealing with. But I don't know. There's so much going on right now with the transgender community. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and they said that this is definitely going to make it worse. I just want any of you that are transgender, or even us in the community, you might be careful while you're out and about. Be extra observant. Maybe don't go to that sketchy place you like to go hang out at night sometimes when you're drinking. You might just kind of, I'm not saying hide in the dark, but maybe wait until this is done being crazy.
That's probably a very good idea. I know that years ago I used to go sit down at a little bar by myself, and I'd just sit there and you would drink, and depression would take over, and anybody that came over that wanted to be your friend, you trusted them instantly. And it's hard because you want friends. You want all these people in the world to love you for who you are and care about you. And I don't know how many times I got into a car because they're like, hey, come do a party with us, or hey, do this, or hey, you should go do that with us. And I'm like, cool, let's go.
And how stupid that was, because
it was stupid, but you don't care. I mean, it's not I don't know how to explain it. It's not.
I know, that's just how, usually young people are like that. I did that a few times in my day, and it was fun. It was dangerous. I was with a friend every time, though. But I don't know.
Yeah, I usually wasn't. I didn't feel like I had any friends. When I came out, I was pretty much on my own. And instead of hanging around the house with family, or being around my parents like I could have, or done something productive, school or something, I was very much into just drinking and seeing who I could hang out with and where we could go and what kind of dangerous situation I guess I could get into. I never did anything illegal. I never went out and hurt anyone. I never hit anyone, beat anyone up. I didn't do anything like that. But it's just, we got to use our brains, we got to sit back and think. And there's a lot of you out there that do, it's not to say that I'm pointing fingers at anyone, but I think that we are more susceptible to that because we feel like we need more friends. And sometimes alcohol or even drugs can take you into an area that you don't need to be in. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, depression and being surrounded by, again, at least, I would normally say it's getting better. Right now we're having a hiccup. We're having a little speed bump. Another thing I saw is apparently there's going to be a nationwide walkout.
Yes.
Next Friday.
I saw that, and it's actually something they were talking about with the schools here in the Wichita area.
In the nation.
Yeah, I know the nation, but it's something they were talking about here in Wichita, about how high schoolers were going to need to make the choice of whether or not they're going to do a walkout. Now, I haven't read much on it. What is the walkout about?
They said that they haven't exactly organized a reason. It's just supposed to stand up against school violence. And I know people have been saying, why would we do just that? Like, if we're going to do a walkout, can we not, hold some meeting to, make a plan or something to help curb this? Can we do something productive other than just walking out?
Yeah, I understand that, they did that in the 60s and 70s. They had all the little walkouts, and, there were many of them over the years, over the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But this needs to be organized. There needs to be one voice instead of multiple voices saying multiple things. and I'm just hoping that this doesn't cause any kind of danger or...
No, it's like, what is the point, though? I feel like them doing the walkout, they're just doing the walkout just to do the walkout, just not to go to school. There might be some with good heart in it, but you don't need to walk out of school to do that. You can form your committees and do it after school.
I think the walkout is considered to be a...
Walkouts are important for, like, fighting an authoritative figure or something. This one we need to make a plan of action.
I really think that it's meant, what they're trying to do is they're trying to show that they care about each other. They know that this could be them. I mean, you could have a school shooting anywhere at any time, and they want to feel safe, so they're going to walk out of a place that they don't feel safe. And I think that might be one of the bigger reasons that they have organized it. Am I not right?
I think I'm standing firm in how I feel. I feel like they could be doing something productive instead of just walking out. Of course they want to be safe, but walking out of school is not going to help you be safe. They need to figure out ways to help these depressed people, or figure out ways to rehabilitate the bullies that are making them so depressed.
Yeah, I get that. I get what you're saying.
An interesting thing, again, going back to the transgender person, is some people, James Allen Fox, a professor of criminology at Northeastern University, maintains a database for shootings, and he's been studying it for about 41 years, and he defines a mass shooting as 4 or more people killed in a single event, not including the shooter. And he said out of all of them, they have not been transgender, and overwhelmingly majority are committed by cisgender men.
See, and I think I felt like I knew that. I think everybody does.
And it says there have only been 4 female mass shooters since 2006. I didn't even know there were female ones. Yeah. Where have we heard? Why have we not heard about that?
Yeah, I can't recall having heard of any female ones either recently. I don't know. I mean, it just goes to show they're just trying to find excuses. It's almost seems like it's a... I don't know. It almost seems planned. I hate to be the type of person that is into, like, conspiracies or anything like that. And I don't think this is a conspiracy. It's just with all these bills trying to pass and everybody fighting against them, and then there's people fighting against the people fighting against them, it just seems weird that this kind of happened the way it did. And in the middle of all this, it's like the perfect fuel for the fire that's sitting here in the middle of everything. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
At any rate, it is really awful that those 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults lost their lives.
Yeah.
Due to one person's quite evil actions. I wish it didn't happen. I wish it never happened. But unfortunately, this is just where we live.
Yeah, it's it happens everywhere. And you know, if you ever get the feeling that you want to do something like that, go get help, please. There's plenty of places out there. You start having that weird feeling over you that just makes you want to hurt somebody else, go get help. There are so many people that'll help you. This world is full of people that want to give you assistance, give you their medication, take the time to talk with you. There's so much out there to help you. You can look it up online. You can Google it. You know, feeling depressed. You can look up crisis hotlines. You know, there's a lot of different places you can look at that you can get help 24/7. There's actually a hotline called the National Mental Health Hotline, and it looks like it's a 24-hour hotline, so you can call it at any time. So if you're thinking about you had bad thoughts. I mean, even if you're thinking about just hurting yourself, 1-866-903-3787. You know, that can help you as far as suicide and depression. And, you know, we just want to help you prevent all of these little mental things that are going on in your head. So there's places out there. You can get some help.
All right. So let's have enough of that for now.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody's been hearing plenty about it.
I know, it's stressful.
So let's move on to another stressful thing. The Last of Us came out on Steam yesterday.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. So that was heartbreaking for me.
I pre-ordered this for her like a month ago, and she had it fully downloaded, was ready for it.
Yeah, I saw the pre-download like popped up 2 days before, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to download it. And it took like 9 hours to download, and I was like, I'm going to be ready. And I got home from work, started it up, and crashing and bugginess and
the shading. Apparently, on Steam, I saw as of yesterday, I'm sure it's shot up even more. It has over 3,000 negative reviews as of yesterday. If you're planning on getting that game on Steam, you might want to wait.
Just a little bit. Which is sad. I got through probably about 20 minutes of it, and it crashed twice on me, and there were a few times where it just blurred so bad, it almost started to make me sick. So I was like, I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to see if I can't wait a few weeks and see if they come up with a patch or something, but it was just a lot for me. But it was really fun, though, to watch it. You sat and watched some of it with me.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot like... Well, I know the show's off of it, but it's definitely a lot like the show. It kind of reminds me... It's not like a zombie shooter game like I was kind of expecting. It's one of those kind of narrated stories. If you ever played Life is Strange, which is a really great gaming game, by the way. If you ever played Life is Strange, you kind of walk around and kind of figure out things. Like you see notes you can read and kind of get more backstory on stuff. There's scenic play where she had to run from the zombies, and she had to do that a few times because she kept getting caught.
I don't know what I was doing wrong. I was running, and you take a half second to think on where you're gonna walk or where you're gonna run, and
that's realistic.
They jump up on you and they bite your neck, and you're like, oh no.
And do not even think about playing the game on Steam Deck right now. They've already said that is tanked.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They said it's not going to work at all?
Oh, no. This game is... I don't get it. Like, Naughty Dog is great, but apparently they had... I think it was Ironworks. They had do the remake of this game, and apparently they're the same people that remade... the
Batman game?
The Batman game, yeah. Which I never played that game. I don't care
Arkham
for Batman.
Knights, or which one was that?
I don't know. But... apparently, they've been under the radar before, so I don't know why they would have... I mean, I don't know enough to say if maybe they redeemed themselves, but they've had 2 really bad tanks now. But Naughty Dog, which is the same people that made Crash Bandicoot, woot woot, Naughty Dog has been very present, and they've been speaking with all of us and saying they are going to fix it, so... They're not trying to hide. They are doing everything they can to amend this situation.
Well, that's good. That's really good. They better do something quick, though. Like, really quick.
I've been, keeping tabs on it. I'm looking for any updates. So far, there are no patches. But they said their big priorities, they said you can put in a ticket if you like, but they know the big priorities are the shading, and they just... It seems like they didn't optimize it for home computers at all. I don't know what they were thinking. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. I don't know why they don't try it out. I mean, did they not? Did they just make it and put it on there and they just waited? I mean, somebody had to have downloaded it onto a computer and been like, what did we do?
Yeah, they have a lot of testers. I don't know if their testers just have super souped up equipment, but other people have really great equipment, and they're all saying they have trouble.
I don't have the best system ever, but I feel like I have a pretty good one. I've spent a lot of money on this one.
Yeah, you have a really good. And they also said that they're going to relook at their requirements, system requirements, and see if they need to adjust them, which I feel like they need to open up a huge refund chance if they do something like that.
Yeah. I think they would, if they change the requirements after they've
I
sold
think they
all
would have
these
a
games,
lawsuit, like a class action.
they really would.
Yeah.
Hey, you bought this game, but you can't get your money back. Sorry, it didn't work like we said it was gonna.
Yeah.
I think there'd definitely be some lawsuits in there.
I don't know Steam's return policy. I know if you haven't played a game within like 24 hours, you can return it, but I think they have up to a certain hour limit of time. But I think we're going to hold on to it no matter what, because I have faith they will get it to work.
I really hope so. I was looking forward to this. We went out and bought the
old one?
The original one is just
Yeah.
called The Last of Us, right?
Yeah, I still have a PlayStation 3, so we went and snagged it. I need to find my PS3. It's in one of my boxes.
Start playing it. It'd be neat to see how different it is from The Last of Us Part 1, the update. How different, what they did, the different looks, the difference in the story. I don't know if they changed the story at all. Maybe some update to it.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the other big disappointment in our lives right now.
Yeah.
Golly, I can't believe they did that.
Well, like you said, hopefully things are going to get better with that. That's a big misstep for them.
Yeah.
But it's considered to be one of the worst games on Steam.
They have the worst reviewed ever.
For one of the most popular movie or television shows out right now. How weird is that?
I can't believe they did that.
That was a big bomb for them. They lost a lot of money, I think. I really do. But maybe they can make it up. We'll see. I'd like to take a step off of your gay gaming. I know that wasn't probably part of it. That was just kind of another little news thing.
Monster.
But I'm going to still sim your gay gaming.
What?
Yeah.
What game?
The Sims 4.
Oh.
So, The Sims 4. So, I love The Sims. I have been an avid Sims player since day one. Since my little Holly over here was a tinier Holly. Probably like 10 years old when the first one came out. When The Last of Us wouldn't play, I decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play Sims 4. I haven't been on that in a while. So I got on there. I was like, I'm going to start a brand new character. I'm going to start a brand new little house and like move up from there. Well, I got in there and I realized something that I had never seen before. But you can actually make a lot more adjustments to the character than what you could before. You can make it to where, you're a guy and you can click whether or not this guy can get pregnant. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Guy or girl pregnant, whether they're a female and they prefer masculine clothes or feminine clothes, or a male preferring feminine or masculine. They also have, you can change their voice. It's not stuck to whatever gender you are. So me, I have a deeper voice, and no matter what I do, it seems to be stuck deep. So if any of you guys out there, not guys technically, but anyone out there has any suggestions on how to give myself a feminine voice, I would love to hear.
And not that nasally stuff that I hear a lot of, trans girls do.
Like what? Let me hear your best trans girl
When
voice.
like you try to do like the higher pitch voice and you go more nasally.
Oh my god.
More nasally to make it sound higher.
Oh my god.
To me, it sounds like Fran
you.
Drescher, and I can't. I love Fran Drescher, but I can't stand the nasal.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
That one always reminds me of what's her name off of Friends?
I don't like that.
Janice off of Friends. Love Friends.
And sorry, I know some people, that's the only way you can get your voices up high. So I do apologize for that.
It's alright.
But don't tell her to do that. I have to live with her.
But, yeah, so Sims 4, it's going to be available on, you can get it on Xbox, but you have it on the EA game apps if you play on computer, which we do most of the time. So it's really fun. I love the fact that you can actually play your character more trans in that game. And you can be anything, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
But anyway, so that was my little pin-up in gay gaming.
So let me tell you about my Sims time.
Your Sims time?
Me and my sister would play The Sims
You sound like a Southern girl.
2. But what we would do was we would deprive our Sims of everything. And so my sister would be waddling around covered in flies doing the pee-pee dance.
Oh, she's evil.
And she would go out like the kitchen window and just stare at my Sim while I'm like eating or something. And then one time we had a house together, and then we adopted a kid. And then, now keep in mind we were kids during this. We adopted a kid. And we put couches in front of all the doors and got rid of the window. And then we didn't do anything with the kids, so child services was trying to come in and they couldn't get in, but they kept circling and banging on the house. And then because we had too much furniture in the house from blockading all the doors and couches, it caught on fire, but the Crypt Reaper couldn't get to us because he was locked outside. And so we were just running around inside with our neglected child while the Grim Reaper and child services are trying to get to us.
Wow, and I'm having a baby with this girl. I'm going to come home one day and the couch is going to be shoved in front of the door and I'm going to walk over to the window. She's going to be standing in it with flies all around her body.
Doing the BB dance.
And I'll be like, go to the bathroom. Come on, Holly.
God.
Oh, wow. What
I
the
cannot.
crazy thing people do. You can get on YouTube and find some really fun stuff people do with their Sims.
I cannot wait until the next Sims game comes out and it's multiplayer again. I am so doing that again.
I look forward to the day, and I hope this really starts to take off more. I look forward to the day where we can have Sims on VR. I think that'd be so fun.
Like directing them, or us being the Sim and like doing
Us
all the
being
actions?
the Sim, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it would be fun. It'd be like a Second Life thing, pretty much.
Yeah, it would. That'd be cool. Except for like the sun goes down quicker, and you can walk over and flip on the TV, and you sit down, and I don't know.
I don't know about.
You don't like the first person thing?
I don't like the basically living my life and making my Sim do it without some chaos of some sort. Because basically you have to make your Sim go poo, go shower.
You like
It's mundane.
watching your Sim go crazy.
Yes.
You're really that
Or
weird.
like living an alter life that I would never lead.
An alternate life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't like making my Sims sit there and stare at a painting for like 5 minutes. I'm like, come on now. Let's do something else. Good times though. Set the house on fire. I do like the decorating part though. Like, whenever you make your own house and all that. That part's fun. And, ooh, fun fact. Paramore. I think it was The Sims 2. But, you know that Feel the Pressure song? I can feel the pressure.
Yes, yes.
Before they got famous, that song was in Simoleon on The Sims. And it was after that they started getting bigger. So if you want to hear Feel the Pressure in Simoleon, just play that game.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that neat? I thought that was really cool.
That is cool. That's
Because
interesting.
I recognized it. I was a big Paramore fan, and I was like, wait, I know this song. And then I was like, where have I heard it before? And me and my sister were playing one time, and I was like, oh my god. And then I Googled it, and I was like, oh my god. Just like that. Oh my god.
Well, I've been sitting here playing on the game. She has been having an issue getting onto her Sims 4.
Yeah, oh, if you guys, well, one, if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you can just play for free. But we had bought it already on Origin, but apparently the Origin launcher is going away. And
It has gone away. No longer exists.
it went away. So now you have to use the EA app, which I'm not a big fan of EA from other things they've done in the past, but maybe they will redeem themselves. But you have to go through the EA app in order to play.
Yeah, and she keeps having all kinds of weird little issues with hers, which is weird. She's closed it and opened it and closed it and opened it, and it's just been a pain in the butt for her.
I want to talk more about Sunhaven.
About what?
Sunhaven.
Sunhaven.
I mentioned it last week.
Oh, well, talk about Sunhaven.
So I've been progressing my relationships and dating the entire town.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm like dating everybody because I'm getting invested in all of their little stories, and I'm like, oh my god, what happened? And so then I need to go on a date with him, and I feel bad because Jen is who my heart is after. I'm gonna have a gay boy relationship with him, and he's like the town counselor pretty much. He's super sweet. But then everyone else keeps telling me their little stories, and I'm like, oh my god, I might marry you just so I can see the end. But they have a forget me potion, so I could go through, marry everybody one at a time, slowly. But I'm wondering if I can have children. I know you can have children and gay children. Not the children being gay, but be gay and have children. But I want to make them my farm slaves. So I want to see how many kids I can have.
Of course you would. Have children with multiple people and make the parents forget who they are, and you're just the crazy lady with all the kids, and nobody knows that those are their kids. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be great. But it's neat. There was a lantern festival and it was so pretty. And then
You're so pretty.
thank you. You are too.
Thank you.
But I like the game. It seriously is beating Stardew Valley for me. Like, oh my god, it's so fun. And you can be anything you want. If you're a furry, you can be a furry. It's crazy. There is a girl in there that you can date that's a furry too. And I'm like, no thank you, I'm not a furry.
Her name is Holly.
And she always does that nya thing that they, like the cat, no, nya, like the Japanese meow noise that the furries, like the kitty furry girls like to do.
And how does this nya go out? Like,
Nya.
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 Because that's what the Japanese say for like meow.
Nya.
Yeah.
Nya.
But yeah, if you're a furry, you can be a furry. And you can be a demon. I'm a little elf boy with pink wings. And if I can have wings as a cosmetic, I love that. And then eventually I can get a mount. I haven't got my mount yet. But I do have my little barn with all my little animals. And I've got a lot of pets.
A lot of pets. Always does.
And I'm glaring at her right now. But it's a super fun game, and it is heartfelt like Stardew is, and I'm just like, oh my god. For some reason, we keep going on dates in people's houses, though. Like, we're just sitting awkwardly on the couch.
Uh-huh. What are you doing in those houses?
Sitting awkwardly on the couch. Like, there's no Netflix or anything.
They're just waiting. They're like, hang out with me.
No, it's like so heartfelt. They're always like, oh, I moved here, and I'm scared that I'm not going to be a good blacksmith. And I'm like, you will.
Next one. I'm scared that I won't be a good baker. You will.
Yeah, Liam is a baker. He's raising his 2 sisters. Oh, and there's some drama over here. We got the 2 little green-haired kids, dark hair, green hair, bright green hair, and we got the 2 parents, dark hair, green hair, light green hair. But then, if you start talking to Lydia, what's her name? The blonde-haired girl that likes to work out a lot. It might be Tanya. But she keeps talking about her son, Toby, who's the dark-haired green boy that is with the green-haired parents. So I'm like, whoa. Now I need to start dating you so I can figure out who is this child's mother and why. What's this over here? Is this a blended family? Yeah, I'm getting to know the drama.
Apparently. Got a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's a whole world. It is a very fun game. You can be as gay as you want. Have gay baby slaves.
Well, you're pretty gay, so that's good. I'm glad you can pass that along.
Yeah. Raise them right. Raise them on the farm. That's what they do. I keep stealing Brooklyn's clothes, which is the benefit of being in a homosexual relationship.
I walk out of the house naked a lot. because of her. I'm like, where's my clothes?
Wow.
I gotta get the mail.
Usually she'll come home, like I'll come home from work, and then she'll come home from work, and I'll be like, love you, and trying to give her a little hug, and she's like, that's my shirt.
That's true. I'll like hug her and I'll look down and be like, my shirt. What are you doing with that? I was gonna wear that tomorrow.
I keep trying to wear the colors that she can't wear to her work, though. Minus the pink cozy sweater. I love this thing. It's so comfy.
Well, maybe she'll start wearing her clothes.
Ooh, and if you guys know the Funko Pops, I've gotten into He-Man a lot because of Brooklyn. I got the San Diego Comic Con exclusive Funko Pop, so his armor's like iridescent and like green, and I'm super excited for him to arrive. He's supposed to be here soon. I'm antsy for him. And I got young Bob Belcher from the Bob's Burgers movie. Super happy about that.
Did you get me one? One of the He-Mans?
No. You don't like the Funko Pops. I always try to offer to get you some, and you don't like them.
I got more Funko Pops than you do.
You say you don't like them.
I got more than you do.
No, you don't. You didn't buy a single one of those. Other people bought them for you. I got you the Sylveon right there. Your brother got you Brooklyn.
And my kids got me Duke from G.I. Joe and Megatron.
Yeah. I've actually got like a whole slew of Funko Pops. Like I would get the advent calendars. No, I have more Funkos than you. But I've got the Pokemon calendar, which I want again this year. And then the DBZ one. That one was fun. Ooh, and you remember those gold Pokemon plates that were in the Pokeballs from the 90s from Burger King? When we were in Kansas City, we found some, and I got one in perfect condition, not opened.
Yeah.
It's Togepi. I was so excited. I paid like $30 for it, but I don't care.
Yeah, we got quite a little collection. We still are building it.
It doesn't smell like Burger King, though. Mine smelled like Burger King.
I can put it in a bag of Burger King food if you want.
Yeah, that'd make me feel better.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna go get some greasy Burger King food. I have one question for you, unless you still got something else.
No, I'm done with my gay farming slaves, babies.
Okay. If your life was a sitcom, who would play the main character in it? You or someone else?
What do you mean?
Who would play?
Like, would someone else play as me?
Well, I don't know. We could do that. Like, would you want to play you in your own sitcom, or would you want someone else to do it?
I don't
Elliot
know.
Page is you.
I was gonna say it'd either be me or Elliot Page, because for some reason people always relate me to her, or him, sorry. Relate me to him. So it'd be a toss-up.
Who would play me? If my life
Baby
was
Spice.
Baby Spice?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
See, before
I
I
did
know...
get that a lot at where I worked. You know, I would do like little pigtails, and the crew I work with now doesn't say it really as much as what the last few generations that I've worked with. They always used to call me Baby Spice. I'd walk in with little pigtails, and they'd be like, "Oh, Baby Spice is back," and I'd be like, "Hi. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want."
And when I was a little girl, Baby Spice was always my favorite, so go figure I married someone that reminds me of Baby Spice.
Except for I need to lose some weight. Getting a little chunky here. All right, well, that is it for this week. We do have, in the coming weeks, we have a couple of special episodes. We have a Easter episode, and I want to try to bring on Jaden to do a jelly bean challenge, see if he can, kind of like what we did for...
Tatum for Halloween.
For Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
We tried the funky jelly beans that could be everything from vomit to vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that with him, have him try 3 or 4 of them, see if he can figure out how many of those he can take before he's like, I'm done.
Ew.
And then we have another podcast group coming in to join us. Hopefully in the next week here. Hopefully. We're
Yeah.
still trying to set things up, and we're going to have something going with them.
They're from Two Gays Talking.
Yes, that will be Maddie and Lucas. They'll be joining us here in our studio, and we'll have a really fun little discussion.
Yeah.
And that'll be out in a few weeks here.
When our forces combined.
Yes. Our very first double podcast.
Quadruple the gay.
Yeah, that's right.
There's going to be a whole lot of homosexuality in this room.
It'll reek of gayness.
Rainbows will start emitting.
From out the windows.
I know.
I could picture the house. You just rainbows start shooting up.
I'm fabulous. Echoes.
People driving down the street and the car flips over. Trying to miss the rainbow.
God.
Anyway. That's what we got coming up with the next few weeks. So until then, we love you guys. Thank you for watching us. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, be safe. Bye. Thank you for joining us on our show. Don't forget to check out our other shows wherever podcasts are available. And if you're in the position to help our podcast grow, please join us at patreon.com/GGirlTGirl. And check out our Facebook and Instagram page for more updates and messages at gaygirl/transgirl. And please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you.
See through the veil, lives unlived and stories untold. Rise from the ashes, reclaim the world and beyond. See through the veil, lives unlived and stories untold. Rise from the ashes.
Goodbye now. Hit the button.